Hey, everybody. I just wanted to memorialize a dream that I just had because it was pretty much um, the most amazing thing I'm pretty sure that I've ever experienced. Wow. So, um, basically, I've just been with Jesus. I was with him. Um, this is so amazing. So lately, I've been really wanting to um, learn more about the rapture, and uh, I've been listening to um, Pastor Patrick Winfrey. I go on his live streams. He usually comes on pretty late at night, and it's really neat. People are getting saved. Actually, the last few people that have gotten saved were Muslims, so they're throwing their Qurans away and coming to Jesus. It's really incredible. So check him out, Pastor Patrick Winfrey. So lately, I've really never thought that much about the rapture. I mean, maybe I did think that we were going to have to go through tribulation, and there's this whole pre-trib, post-trib. What's the question? What is it? And is pre-trib rapture a real sound doctrine? And I think I didn't really believe that it was, but now I've come to believe that it's real and it's true, and that we don't have really anything to fear whatsoever, because we're really not, those of us that are really seeking the Lord with our whole heart and anticipating his return every day, all the time, are going to be with him. And it's in First Thessalonians chapter 4. It's all over the Bible. Why? And I can't tell you, and especially because I've been sleeping, but if you go check out either Pastor Patrick Winfrey, or just go in YouTube and say proof that pre-trib rapture is real, then you'll come across, there's a lot of really good teachings on it. And actually, I never thought much about it really until lately, but now I'm so excited about it. We're going to go to a 7-year feast slash consecration period. We're going to be with Jesus. It's going to be so awesome. And man, I feel so sorry for people that aren't going to make it. I feel so sorry for them. But anyway, so let me tell you about my dream. So I was on a shore, like a beach shore, and there were like other people there too, and the water was like clear. The sand was like really, it's like perfect, that perfect, beautiful white sand, and the texture was just so you could just walk right up to the edge. It wasn't like your feet didn't smush into the sand, but you were just right on top of the sand as you were walking. It was like a nice, comfortable walk. And then the water was like, it was the ocean, but it was just so gently coming in the waves. And it was just, the water was crystal clear. You could see, you could literally see, it was almost like the water wasn't even there. You could see the bottom so clearly. And it was really funny because I heard this, it was in a very Jewish voice, this woman say, uh, she goes, she goes, she was like kind of naysaying in a way, or I don't know, but she just said, how did, how do they get the water so clear? How do they get the water so clear? And I said, I remember saying, I don't know, they must have put chlorine in it or something, because it was literally like you're looking at a clean, clear pool, but it was the ocean. And then I went into the water, and then it got a little bit deeper, and I remember I was just suddenly, if you've ever seen those videos where those people are out and they're surfing those ginormous waves, where they take people out in those those jet skis. They put them on a wave runner, a jet ski, just to get them out to the waves. I think it's in Australia or Great Barrier Reef or something. Anywhere way out in the Pacific. Anyway, I'm not sure where they do that actually, but there are these giant waves that you can see YouTube videos of them. So anyway, all of a sudden I am in this water, and the water starts to look like, I can tell that there's like a big wave is about to form, and I know that it's happening. And so then I see, but the top of the water, there's no white caps at all. It's all smooth. But I can just, something told me that there was going to be, a big wave that was about to come. And then I see something out in the water. I'm like watching it. It looks like, I think maybe it's like a ray or something that's like swimming towards, getting closer to me. And all of a sudden, as it gets really close by and it's right in front of me, I realize it's a surfboard. And so all of a sudden, as it comes by, it just comes right by. And at the time it comes by, I see it's a surfboard, and then I get right on it. And I'm riding the surfboard. And suddenly I am and then I kind of do a turn around, and then like a big loop. And then I am in this massive, massive, massive wave, like riding this wave. And it is the most exhilarating, thrilling feeling that I've ever felt. And I know that I'm not alone. I know Jesus is with me, even though even though like I didn't see him, but I could just feel that I was being guided through this wave. I didn't have to do anything. All I was doing was just laid back. I was like so relaxed, like, but exhilarated, but I didn't have to put any effort into riding this huge, massive wave. And then suddenly, and then at some point, then I'm on this wave, and I am just so excited. And then at some point, I'm like literally flying in the air on the surfboard still. And I know I'm still with Jesus, and I'm kind of like having this little inner conversation with him, like, wow, this is so neat that you're letting me experience this, that you're taking me to do this. Like, what I felt like? Felt like Lois Lane in the movie Superman, when she goes up flying with Superman and she's just holding on to him. But then there was like one little moment where, and she's just, flying over everything, and that's what it was like. And people, we flew over, I don't know what it was, but there were people, I think it was like a boat dock, and people were below, and they noticed me up there. And they looked at me like they were afraid. They looked scared, like they're like, do you know what you're doing? Like, do you see what you're doing? And I wasn't afraid at all, but because they were a little bit scared looking, suddenly I had just a tiny little twinge of fear. And mind you, I'm really high up in the air. So then I start tumbling down. But at the same time, I'm tumbling down. I have a little bit of fear, but just a little bit of fear, just a shade of fear. It wasn't like, because I still knew that Jesus was with me, and I still knew that he would. But it was funny. It was like he let me experience that fear just for a second, so that then at the very end, then he swooped down and just like placed me right on a solid ground, and then I woke up, and I was just like, wow, I've just been with Jesus. I told my husband the dream right away. It was so real. It was so real. It was like a vision or something. It was just amazing. And I don't really I'm going to say the only other time I've ever had any kind of dream even similar was like back, like 2 years after my dad died. I was really sad, wondering, feeling like, did he really make heaven? And I think the devil was like playing with my mind for a while. And God gave me a dream with my dad where he was on a boat, and I remember the colors and everything, the way that it looked and the way he looked, and I was at peace after that. I knew he was in heaven. And this was the only other time I've had a dream that was like really, really real. Other than recently I had another dream, but I don't remember, not thinking what it was. I've been having dreams lately, and like, oh yeah, the dream I had was the dream where I told all the pastors off after. You have to go back a few videos. I think I don't remember what it's called, but that was before Easter because I was upset that no pastors were going to do church. Anyway, and I do still think that I am bummed that we're not having church in person, and I think we should be doing it, but it's okay. I'm doing church on YouTube with Pastor Patrick Winfrey. So, and others, McFiles, the McFiles. That's amazing on Sunday morning. Sunday morning meeting time, it's called. And there's some really amazing believers online, and I'm just blessed. But what an awesome dream, huh? Gosh, that was so amazing. That was amazing. So I was just going to turn back over and go to sleep, and then I was like, you know what, you better go and memorialize this because you don't want to forget it. So, and I didn't want to write it down. So that's my dream. Hopefully that encourages you. I know that one of the biggest thing about that dream was that Jesus was with me, and I was so laid back, but he was taking me through through this amazing experience. I mean, like the most amazing experience I think I've ever experienced. I can't even think of anything that I've ever experienced that was as exhilarating as riding that massive wave. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just know that Jesus, just know that he is, I am so at peace now. I've been struggling a little bit these last few days, seeing that there's like food shortages coming and all this stuff. But nothing to fear unless you don't have Jesus, and then you should be really, really afraid. Just get yourself a Bible, start reading it, ask him to show you. If you don't know him, you need to know him. You need to have Jesus. He's the only way. He's the only way. It's the only way. It's not Christ consciousness. You have to be washed in the blood of Jesus in order to make heaven. There's no other way. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by me. You have to know him. Get to know Jesus. He's so wonderful. Wow. Maybe that can be another dream. I hope so. All right. Love you guys. Have a blessed evening or morning, as it were.